Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards, and let me tell you, this is perhaps the best day in the history of this game. It is the day that the dual trait, or secondary trait update has gone live, and I gotta commend the developers for the way that they did this, because it's amazing. Not only is this a massive shift in the meta, and it'll completely change the way that you build your decks and the unit composition of your decks, but they have also refunded the copies of cards as well as coins needed to upgrade your cards for a lot of cards in your collection. And the reason they did this, if you haven't been following the news, is because they changed the upgrade path. The most obvious one is for the legendaries. If you look here, legendaries used to be max level 7, but now they go all the way up to level 13. But they've changed the upgrade path for all the cards in the game, and so the number of copies needed for a lot of these upgrades is reduced, resulting in the refunding of those copies, and then you can just choose which ones to upgrade and which ones not to. But as of yesterday, I was sitting at a respectable 8,000 coins, most of which were from the premium battle pass, but I log in today and suddenly I'm at 30,000 coins, which is amazing. It's like Christmas come early. I also had all of my warlords fully upgraded as much as they could as of yesterday, but now you can see that almost, I think, half of my warlords can now be re-upgraded. Now, looking across the collection as well, I mean, the number of upgrades available is pretty overwhelming, and you may be wondering, well, which ones should I upgrade? And the answers are pretty clear, I think, for me. My game plan is, number one, I'm going to be upgrading all of the legendaries as much as possible, because those are the ones that are impacted most from this update. Those are the ones that are getting the dual traits earlier in the tree, as you can see, right from level 3, they already are getting those dual traits. So definitely want to be upgrading those legendaries, starting with the warlords, of course. I'm going to upgrade all of these warlords, I think, no matter what. And then move on to the legendary bodyguards. After that, we've got the epics. Now, epic cards unlock their secondary trait much later in the tree. It's actually at level 9. And I was not expecting to have very many in my collection that would be at that level, but I was forgetting that they did reduce the number of copies needed to make these upgrades. So I actually have quite a few epics that can make it to level 9. Gosar, for example. So definitely going to be upgrading those. I think a lot of the epics are worth upgrading, even if they're not that high of a level, but certainly if they're at level 8, you definitely want to upgrade them up to 9. But let's not forget about the commons and rares. Some of those are definitely worth upgrading as well, and you may be able to upgrade them now, even though you weren't before. An example of mine here is the Lehman Russ Battle Tank, which was pretty close. I was close to having enough copies, but not quite there. But as of now, with this update, I can now upgrade it to level 12. So I'm definitely going to prioritize the higher cost bodyguards like that, ones that I use in a lot of my decks, and the ones that benefit the most from these upgrades. Take the Penitent Engine, for example. A lot more attack stats per upgrade, so definitely want to upgrade those. As for the cheaper cards in your collection, the fodder cards, you may have been refunded for a lot of those, and I think a lot of them you really don't need to re-upgrade again, or worry about upgrading. A few exceptions are, of course, things like cheap Medicaid units, if you want to get it up to the 3rd tier of the trait. Things like that would be worth upgrading, but other things like, this guardsman, really no point in upgrading him any further for him to fulfill his role. So yeah, just to recap, upgrade all the warlords, upgrade all your legendaries, upgrade the epics, especially the ones that are able to go up to level 9 so they can get their secondary trait, and then after that, upgrade your most high-cost commons and rares. And if you have leftover coins, then you can just keep upgrading more stuff. But yeah, I'm not actually going to do that in this video because it's going to take forever. But I am very much looking forward to that. There are also far too many dual traits now in the game to go over in a single video, so what I'm going to be doing in the coming days and weeks is to focus on specific warlords and factions, and just pick out some of the most exciting dual trait legendaries in particular, and see how they perform in battle. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be doing a bunch of those, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't played combat cards in a while, today is the day to log in and see how much your collection has changed. Let me know in the comments how many coins you got from this update. I got about 22,000 myself. So, very exciting stuff. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.